Our next number is a completely different rhythm. It's called the guaracha. It's a lively dance. There are hundreds of guarachas in the Puerto Rican repertoire. This particular one was written by Rafael Hernandez, born 1892. He died in 1965. Rafael Hernandez was a giant in the Puerto Rican musical universe. He wrote all sorts of different varieties of melodies. And when he died, he left behind something like 3,000 numbers that he had written in his life. Now, peculiar about Rafael Hernandez was that he spent part of his life in different Latin American countries, and he managed to write in several of these places, write tunes that the people of these places think are from there. He wrote, for example, Linda Quisqueya when he was in the Dominican Republic. Dominicans will swear that this is a Dominican tune. And the same thing when he was in Mexico for quite a while, he wrote Que Chula es Puebla. And in Puebla, I'm told that Que Chula es Puebla is sort of like the state anthem. This particular one we're going to play is called Cuchiflitos. And cuchiflitos are part of the Puerto Rican culinary repertoire, really. Cuchiflitos are what Mexicans around here call tripas, the small intestines of the pig, cleaned, and then fried crispy. It's sort of like Cheetos before Cheetos were invented, okay? But it's a very peculiar number because Rafael Hernandez in 3 or 4 verses establishes the difference between Puerto Ricans and everybody else. He starts out, one verse is about food, and that's where the cuchiflitos come in. One verse is about language, and he emphasizes that Puerto Ricans say ay bendito at the drop of a pin. And the other verse is about music. You know, La Paloma, that's not from here. And at the end of each line, it's esos no son de aquí. Pero los que dicen ay bendito, o los que comen cuchiflitos, eso sí, eso sí. Okay? So, Cuchiflitos by Rafael Hernandez. 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Next, we're going to play a mazurka. The mazurka is a strange part of Puerto Rican tradition because the mazurka is originally from northeastern Poland, from an area called Masuria. And from there, it's a 3/4 time composition. From there, it's spread to Western Europe and Northern Europe. I'm not aware that it's part of the Spanish folklore, so I have no idea how it got to Puerto Rico. But it's very popular in the Puerto Rican musical tradition. And in Puerto Rico, the peculiar tradition is to name a mazurka after a woman. So all the mazurkas in Puerto Rico have women's names. This one is called Aurora. And it was written by Ladislao Martinez, a great cuatro master and composer known as Maestro Adi. By the way, while I'm talking about maestros, in our first number, the cuatro solo was played by Harry Roman. I don't know if Harry had any idea where his efforts were going to lead, but all the cuatro players you see on this stage are his students. We all came out of Harry's classes. And here comes the commercial. If you're interested in learning the cuatro, he's still giving classes. So talk to him afterwards. Aurora. Thank you. Again, we go to Rafael Hernandez's repertoire for a bolero this time. It's called Ahora Seremos Felices. Now we'll be happy. It's, or La Casita, it's also called. The boy tells the girl, I finally have the little house that I've always promised you, and now we can be happy.